Hey guys, if you enjoy watching our videos, please consider subscribing to our channel. Also, hit that notification bell and you will be notified when we post future videos. Give those fingers some exercise and hit that like button. That lets us know that you like and enjoy our videos. Also, leave a comment. We're here 24/7. We'd love to hear from you. So let's get right to the video. Enjoy.
So it's been a while since we've been out, and today we're taking a little trip. I'm taking Gina somewhere so she can get some fresh air. Say hello to everybody. They haven't seen you in a while.
Hello.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have her back.
I made it through. Never forget this week as long as I live.
Oh, it feels so good to be out again. There's nothing worse than you or your spouse being sick and not knowing if there's a tomorrow.
I feel so grateful. It's the little things that you never want to take for granted. And I'm looking forward to getting back on the road and doing what we love the most, to travel. She made it back to me. Her smiling face, her kindness. I've just missed her. I just can't believe the outpour of love and concern from family and friends. We love you guys. Thank you so much for helping us get through this. Some of the stuff like this here, ground potatoes, always good. So we made it out here to Helen, Georgia, and this is close to Cleveland. We did a video a while back with the Cabbage Patch Doll Museum as well as Helen, Georgia. And we're just sitting out here at the park. It's such a quaint little place. It's a really nice park. We've got some food. We're sitting down here at the bench, and we stopped off at this place called Betty's. And every time we come here, we always stop there. It's an old-fashioned grocery store, and they got a lot of new things and old things as well. Pastries, all different types of soda pop, and that's a really cool place. But we got something there, and we brought it back here to the park. And there's my baby. So how did it feel with COVID, and how did it feel when I dropped you off? The last video I made, I talked a little bit about it from my perspective. But how was it for you when that happened and I had to drop you off there in the front?
I'll never forget that feeling. There's so many different emotions, you know, and excuse me, I knew I was really sick, and I felt so weak and lifeless, and at the same time it was so scary because you didn't know what was going to happen, you know. And I'll never forget telling you I love you, and you giving me a kiss, and Charlie giving a kiss. And you know, you don't want to seem overly dramatic, but honestly in that moment I didn't know if I was going to come home, and the thought of that was just, it's hard to put into words.
I felt the same way when I was dropping you off. I got really emotional. I had to call Bill and Nelson and just talk it out because it was a weird feeling. And not being able to be with you
Yeah.
Made it even more difficult.
It's weird too that, we've heard so much about COVID for well over a year, and all of our travels and all the places we've gone, and we've always been careful and smart, I think. And you get fatigued by hearing all of it and all the spin everybody's putting on. Everybody has such strong feelings, but with all of that, you don't think you're going to be affected. It's all external. It's something you see on TV or you read about or you see somewhere else. You just don't think it's ever going to become part of your world. I didn't think that at all for me. Even when I was starting to feel those symptoms, I didn't think it was going to be a big deal.
Yeah.
I really didn't. I thought, if anything, you'd be uncomfortable for a few days and it'll pass and you move on. And when that doctor told me, the morning he told me I could go home, and just saying, being one of the lucky ones and telling me flat out I was literally hours from possibly being on a ventilator and not making it. Just still like realizing that I came that close. It's crazy.
Now you were telling me, because you were talking about the guy that was 47 years old, and he didn't make it.
No.
I talked to you guys about that on the last video, but I wasn't sure. We weren't sure if he made it or not, and I asked her that day, and she told me he didn't make it. But there was another person that they had told you about that same morning when they released you, and he was 27 years old.
27. The doctor was telling me that that was the first thing he did when he got to the hospital that morning. They make their rounds and check on everyone, and that was his first order of business, pronouncing a 27-year-old, healthy, athletic young man dead.
And
he was only there for 2 days and just went so fast.
And they said he had, 4 kids, right?
That was the 47-year-old.
Oh, the 47-year-old, okay.
Yeah, he had 4 married and 4 young children.
Geez, we're 55 and 54.
Yeah.
So 47 is, it's still young to have to go through that and then not make it and leave 4 kids behind. Charlie, where you at? Come here, puppy. So there's a lot of things that people are talking about the vaccine. Some people want to take it, some people don't want to take it. We were those people, right, that didn't want to take the vaccine. Now, with your work, they were asking you to, they were making it mandatory for you to take.
Yeah, they were encouraging it, but it hadn't gotten to the point where it was required yet. So yeah, talking, as part of my discharge and everything with my doctor that morning. And we had some really good conversation, and he said, I'm not here to judge you or anything, but I gotta ask you, why did you wait so long to take the vaccine? And he asked about you, and I said, I don't know. I don't really have a good answer other than I just didn't feel like I was ready, and I guess I didn't really feel like it was ever going to be anything significant that we'd have to worry about, because I felt like we were always careful in all of our travels, and didn't really feel like our risk was that high. And and it was funny because he said, was it CNN, Fox? Like, did you read stuff? Like, he was just curious to understand, like, the thinking and why you would not do something that's so simple, but yet could really make such a big difference, literally between life and death, I was so close, and I didn't even realize it until it was almost too late. And, but, him and the other physician that I got very close with, both of them were literally begging me to be a person, to become an advocate, to try to, share my story and just say how important it is. Like, you need to get, excuse me, you need to get vaccinated. If we're ever going to get through this, all of us, that's the only way. And it's such a simple thing. And he said, he was angry too, because, he's seen so much, and the majority of his patients don't get to leave the hospital. And just to try to understand and be so angry that people are so easily led. And he's like, it's not about politics, it's not about any of that, it's just, it's the right thing to do. But people get so caught up in whatever that, you think differently, or you don't think at all. And I think I was one of those people. I never really took it that seriously. Which is weird, being a nurse, because you think about, you always want to do the right thing to protect people and yourself and other people, and be smart and use your knowledge. And I didn't feel it. I just didn't have a sense of urgency.
Yeah, so I can totally understand that, because we have a lot of friends that are the same way, right? They don't want to take the vaccine. They think there's a lot of things behind it. Mm-hmm. And once again, the people that are frustrated about this is the doctors and the nurses. But I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you made it back. It would have been really hard to have to deal with something like that, because I've never really had anything that close to me happen, other than my mother passing away. But just thinking about you not being in my life, it really saddened me, and I was really distraught. And I'm so glad that I had family that were able to get me through it at the same time. But can't tell you how nice it was to hear your voice again.
You think so many things have gone through my mind in these last few weeks, and I'll never forget that morning before you took me to the emergency room.
Yeah, you were in bad shape.
And I knew I was not doing well. And yet at the same time, I just had such an overwhelming feeling that I wasn't ready for this life to be over.
Yeah.
I didn't want to leave you. Even in all of that, I was worried about you. I didn't want you to get sick. And
we have a lot of plans, right?
Yeah.
You think about all that. You have all these things that you still want to do, and you don't feel like you've done them all. And
definitely not ready. Definitely not ready. I don't think I've cried this much in these last couple of weeks. You know me, that's not hard for me to do, because I'm always so darn emotional anyway. But boy, this has taken that level of emotion to a whole new level. Look at now, he's got himself all wound up.
Well, we got a lot more things to do, and we have more plans for the future. So I love you, baby, and thank you for being here.
I love you with all my heart. Thank you for loving me and being you and being my person.
So Helen is no different than anywhere else. In the summertime, this is booming. Everybody's out tubing. They come out here to the park and have a picnic. After Labor Day, everything dies down. And it's kind of nice because there's not that many people around. You ready for a walkie? He keeps getting tangled up in his leash. Somebody was out here with their grill, and it looks like this caught fire. It's just about that time again. Halloween is right around the corner. I like the way they did the hat. It's made out of wood. He's pulling. So I can't tell you how nice it's been spending some time with Gina, just getting out of the house, being outdoors. She needs the exercise. I mean, that's what they recommended. Not to overdo it, but just to walk around. And we jumped in back of the van. We slept for a little bit. And then I took this little guy for a walk. It's just been a really nice day. Something about the sun is just really rejuvenating. The sun and the water always does it for me. Charlie, you having a good day? He likes to sit up there just to watch everybody walk by.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to end this video here. Thank you so much once again, and as always, for coming along on this journey with us. We have so many more places to see, and we'd love for you guys to come along. We love you guys, and we'll see you on the next video.
Come on, baby. I was just telling everybody how nice of a day it's been.
Oh, this is like heaven.
Come on, let's go. Come on. Let's go.